Oh, hey, Jake D, how you doing, man? I've been let me fix my thingy so it doesn't look like crap. There we go. What? I am missing one of my pins. I hope I don't step on that. That would suck. Oh, hey everyone. Hope you got your coffee, enjoying your morning. I'm actually feeling better. Really bad cold last night. Got it for my daughter. Man, that sucked. I was like coughing my head off. Sinuses are all stuffed up, and then last night I woke up twice with such a migraine. My eyes hurt. It was like right here in my face, twice. And finally, I was like, screw it. Took some ibuprofen. Really just covered my face and went to bed and woke up a lot better. So, yeah, it sucks. I hate when that happens. Oh, the coof. No, it was not the coof. No, unless it only lasts a day and then. No, it wasn't that bad. It was pretty much a cough. I was tired, cold all day, so I just kind of slept and warmed myself up. Drank tons of tea, and yeah, I really want to know what that pin is. I know I'm going to step on it later. Oh, there it is. Oh, thank God I didn't step on it. I walked right by it. See, it's my pen. It's freaking out of lovely. Right at my foot. I don't know how that got knocked off. It was right here. But if you don't know, there's a pin of, there we go. The Assassin's Creed Origins character. I got it in some like collector's edition. I think I bought a long time ago. But yeah, let's see if I can put that back on here real quick. Hopefully it'll stay this time. There we go. But yeah, so I just finished Wanda Vision episode 5. I haven't really done a review since episode 2, so I decided I'll talk about 3, 4, and then 5. So 3 started out pretty good. I enjoyed 3. 4, not so much. 3, you really started seeing the mystery come. You know, it was really kind of eerie and creepy and. Oh, is that what the coop is for like most people? Oh, okay. No, I just had it for a day. See, my daughter, she got a cold as soon as we got back from Kansas City, and she was constantly wanting to be cuddled up to me. And so she had a cough for like 2 days, and then she was done. She had like a rasp, and she was drainage. We gave her some medicine stuff. She got over it in 2 days, but as soon as she got over it, after I did my reading 2 days ago, if you haven't seen that yet, I did a reading on my chapter 1 and the prologue in my book. I'll be doing chapter 2 next week and then chapter 3 the following week. And that'll probably be it of that series. But yeah. So yeah. Yes, not too long after that I went to Walmart, got some food and stuff, but I started feeling like allergies or something kicking in. Came back and then oh my God, it hit me. I was just like, yeah, and a massive migraine. I think I just slept wrong because I had my little girl next to me, and then my other little girl climbed up onto me, and the way I was sleeping, my neck was like crooked, and I think what happened was I kicked my neck, and it just gave me a headache, and that was fun. I was so bad. I was having dreams of my headache in my dreams. I was like the whole time I dream on. But yeah. Anyways, so episode 3. You know, let's see if I can pull it up. I won't pull up the video, but I'll pull up the thingy. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Come on. Nope. That's not what I want. I want this. All right, there we go. I'll pull that over here. I'll pull that over here. Where did my check go? There it goes. Oh, so Wanda Vision. Share screen. All right. So it's a 1, 2, and 3. We're covering 3, 4, and 5. So 3 was starting to show a little bit of craziness. Wanda was pregnant at the end of episode 2. Episode 3 starts off with her being pregnant. They call the doctor. The doctor's like, "Oh, you're about 6 months long." And Vision's like, "Whoa, what? Like, what the hell are you talking about?" She just got pregnant, like, hours ago. So yeah, it was pretty funny. And then eventually stuff started to happen. Monica Rambeau, as you know, she's the woman that was in the video, came up, helped her deliver her babies, and was noticing the whole house is like spinning. Something happened, and she started mentioning Ultron and her brother who got killed by Ultron. So how did it happen? All of it came together. Yeah, so it's crazy. Anyways, so it started having Vision starts questioning stuff, like what's going on. They had their babies. Everything seems all good in the world. The doctor couldn't get away, but everything's going crazy. And he's starting to notice things. Vision's starting to notice the weirdness going around him. Episode 4 is mostly like a kind of like a recap, but from outside. At the end of episode 3, Monica Rambeau questioned, after she said that Wanda threw her from the place. She just disappears in episode 3. Nobody knows what happened to her. Episode 4 shows how she gets thrown out of this barrier. And so she's confused. And so what happens is a recap of what happened before. So Monica Rambeau wakes up in the hospital. She was one of the people who got snapped. It's right after, Tony Stark takes the gauntlet, snaps everyone back. So everybody's confused. She asks, "Where's her mother?" She was in the hospital when the snap happened. And the doctor goes, "Oh my God, you're back. You disappeared. No one knew what happened to you." And then she explained to her that her mother actually died 3 years ago. That when they were there, it was good news, but it turned into bad news while she was gone. So she has to kind of put her life back together. So it has Monica Rambeau show back up at SWORD, which is a new organization created by her mother, it looks like, to help not just explore the universe, but help combat what's the enemies of the universe or whatever. Kind of like what SWORD or SHIELD was, but now it's SWORD. Since, SHIELD became corrupt. So Monica Rambeau, comes and you got this Asian FBI agent you see here on this thing. I can't remember his name. He's kind of like a joke, if you will. He kind of does like the comedian, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so she goes and touches the barrier. She gets sucked in, and he's like, "Oh shit!" So he gets a hold of SWORD. SWORD shows up with a whole freaking battalion of people outside. They set up tents. They put up all these like things to see where the barrier is. And so they're trying to figure out what happened. And then the next thing you know, she gets thrown back out. And they're watching because the chick from Thor, the apprentice or whatever she was back then, the original Thor movie is back. And she's a doctor now, and she's helping them try to figure out what's going on. She discovers some radio waves on a TV, and she pulls up the actual show of Wanda Vision. And they're watching like each episode, and they're starting to figure out what happened to the townspeople because there's thousands of people all of a sudden just gone, and nobody knows what happened to them. And they can't get in, they can't get out. Nothing can get in, and anybody who gets in loses their memory, so on and so forth. So, Wanda, the whole thing is about her like building up to that point where she gets thrown back out. And it kind of ruins the problem I had with it. I think it came too early. I think episode 4 should have been like later. I think at the end. And they should have just showed like at the last episode where they show all the episodes leading up to it and what's going on the outside. Maybe then I would, because I like the mystery. I like this whole, is Wanda really in control or is she really not? Is it her subconscious? is, I know she's grieving because of Vision dies. Because you don't know, Thanos didn't snap him gone. He ripped the thing from his head, killing him. So you realize in episode 4 that Vision is just a walking corpse. He's undead, like literally undead. He's walking around dead, but she's making it look like he's alive. And Vision is starting to realize this. Not realize he's dead, but episode 5, we start back. Kids are babies. They're crying. They can't keep it quiet. Oh, by the way, there will be spoilers in this review. So if you haven't seen the show, please go watch the show if you can. If you don't care, stay on. Hope you like, share, and subscribe if you are going to take off. Because I don't want to spoil anything for you guys. This episode is pretty good. So we go into episode 5. So the babies are crying. She tries to use her magic on them, and nothing's working. Like somehow they're not being controlled by her. And she's like, what? And so Vision comes in. Here's he's in his regular form, and the chick walks in. He hides his face real quick, and she's like, "Oh, I heard that your babies were crying and you had problems." And he's like, "How'd you know?" She's like, "Well, I could hear it from your window." And then she comes in and she's like, "I'll hold them and I'll take care of him." And Vision's like, No. He's being an overprotective dad. And she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Do I need to redo my lines?" And Wanda's like, "What?" And Vision's like, wait, what's going on? Your lines. And so that's the first indignation of something is wrong. And so Wanda kind of blows it off. Says, "Oh, no, don't worry about it. Just you do your thing." So she starts doing like these stretches while rocking the kids. And then she goes to the next room, starts drinking something, and like alcohol or something. And both her and Vision are having a kind of an argument a little bit. And then the kids walk down the stairs fully grown. Like not fully grown, but like 5 or 6 probably. No, probably 4 or 5. I'm gonna say 4 or 5. And the little boys, and they're like, oh, and then they have the whole intro scene where they show off the new theme and all this stuff, and then you go into where excuse me, still got a little cough. Anyways, so let's pull it up real quick. I'm not gonna play it. Come on. Ooh, let's see. Let's go back. So here's the intro. All right, yes. It goes back and it's her waking up, and they took her clothes to inspect it. They're doing brain scans on her, stuff like that, and they're having trouble finding certain things because nothing's showing up. So she does this briefing. So she goes in, and this guy here is saying she's a terrorist. Like Wanda is straight up now a terrorist. She's enemy number 1. They thought she was a victim too at first. Now they know because of her that Wanda is in full control of what's going on. And so they're having discussions about what to do and what can they do, and her and the FBI guy are talking about it. The FBI guy does this little background on Wanda, and he keeps asking, like, doesn't they have like a alias or something? He's like, no, because he's trying to get her to call her Scarlet Witch. And she's saying that she's a terrorist. Monica Rambeau sticks up for her. And then, then he shows her this video of Wanda coming into the place and the Sword's pretty much a facility and taking, Vision's body, because this is where they held Vision's body. He had a will that said that if he was killed, that he wants his body destroyed so that no one could use his body as a weapon. He doesn't want to be, but Wanda took him. Wanda picks her and takes him. So they're having this big kind of an argument between her and him that she's saying that she's defending her. He wants her like destroyed. And then they make a comment like, what happens when Vision realizes he's dead? What happens when Vision realizes what happened to him? So they have this scene where kids are hiding a dog. It's kind of cute. You know, they're asking, you know, every parent has to go through this eventually. Like kids find a stray or somebody's lost dog and they ask if they can keep it. But, you know, she shows up again. And, you know, Wanda asks him a question like, why is he in his normal face? Where is it? Okay, so he's in his normal face. He's like, hey, why are you so formal? He's like, because anybody can just walk through at any time. And on cue, I'll get her again. Oh, there she is. She walks in with a doghouse. She's like, oh, from my kitchen's window, I noticed you guys have a new doggy. So I brought over a little doggy house. She's got a little doggy house that she somehow carried. And everybody's like, oh, that's cute. So it goes back to talking about like how can they enter the field. She's talking about all this special alloy and stuff she'll need to be able to enter the field without being, you know, affected. And they're like, kinda, it could work, but it probably won't. And she's like, well, wait a minute. My clothes and all my gear, what happened to it? And they're like, oh, you mean, well, you were only wearing these clothes. And they're realizing Wanda's powers. At first, they're thinking that Wanda, all she could do is control people. She's a telepath. So they're thinking that she controls their minds. And she says, what about wardrobe? And Angus is definitely Wu's missing person. Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. So they're discussing Wanda's powers and they're trying to figure out the scope of what she could do. And at first they think she's just controlling their minds, making them all think one way. And they're all dressing and acting like they're in these 80s shows because that's what she wants. Truth to be told, she has completely changed reality to bend to her will. They're realizing this in the show, that her powers are really on the massive scale where she's literally controlling the forces of reality. So she goes in and she picks up a gun. Now they also make a funny comment about they talk about how Wanda could have killed Thanos by herself. And he makes a comment, well, so could Miss Marvel. And she's like, no. She said it like this is Miss freaking Captain Marvel, which was fucking, I laughed. I was like, yeah, even the black chick hates her. Because she is supposed to be Captain Marvel. Monica Rambeau. Yeah, Vision freeing is, yeah, we're going to get to that. Yeah, I like that scene. So, you know, she makes fun of Captain Marvel. She's like, could she? Really? I don't think so. Because Wanda, if you don't know, is like one of the most powerful mutants ever. Stupid. Freaking. No one cares. So, you know, she goes in. She's talking about, wait a minute. And she goes and talks about her. And she does an analysis of her pants. Her pants turn out to be almost all Kevlar. So she realizes that her Kevlar vest that she was wearing when she got in was changed into clothes that fit that era. So she takes shots at him and they pretty much bounce off. But anybody knows Kevlar, he's not really going to do that. So they go back into this thing and Vision is at work. So this is that scene, Jake. Yeah, I hate these stupid pop-ups. Yeah, those my computer like notifications. I hate when it pops up. Oh, excuse me. So he's talking about his new computer. And he's like, oh, look, we got a new email. And so everybody starts reading off the same email. Turns out somehow, I think what they did was they emailed them or something. It got a hold of something to do with the radiation and how she was controlling this area. And Vision is a pretty much walking computer, so he kind of understands all this stuff. And so Vision's like, oh, it's no big deal. And here's the email. As you can see, it's right here. Everybody starts reading off like a giant synchronized robot. It starts freaking him out. So he takes the computer, turns it off, turns to his buddy, and pretty much says the same thing to him. He touches the side of his head, freeing him from Wanda's control. Dude's like, oh my God. You could tell he's been suffering. He's like, how many days has it been? Where am I? I need to talk to my family. They're probably freaking out. He's like, where's my phone? He's like searching the desk for his phone. He's like, calm down, man. What's going on? She's like, she's in my mind. She controls me. And he's like, whoa. And then he touches her again. The guy goes back to his, to his play, what he's supposed to act, his character. So we go back, and Wanda's talking to the kids about, her and Vision's at an argument, why he's at work and not with them. It's Saturday. She says, no, it's not. It's Monday. But they're like, this morning it was Saturday. And she's realizing she's losing control. And something happens. Something starts scaring the dog. So the dog's at the door and runs off. They pull in these flying. They take an old 80s drone. So right now they're in the 80s. So they pull an old 80 drone. So it wouldn't change to that time period. And they fly it in. And they're taking pictures of Wanda. And this, not him, sorry. This idiot right here says, take the shot. And she's like, wait, what? She's over here like, what do you mean take the shot? This ain't armed. And he's like, all right, take the shot. And you hear something like but nothing happens. And they lose sight of it. So he's like, what? She's like, what are you talking about? And then they hear, there's a breach. Everybody starts running outside. They all got their guns trained on the spot. Wanda walks out. So now, let's see why I'm convinced there's more in this than we've seen. Oh, okay, yeah. She's aware, but Vision's coworkers aren't. She's important. Oh, yeah, she's important. There's something going on. Maybe she's also mutant or something. I don't know. But there's something about her that's different. Yeah. So Wanda walks out, straight up walks out, dragging the drum behind her. And she's like, you will stay out of my home. This is your only warning. Leave me alone. I'll leave you alone if you leave me alone. He says, we can't do that, Wanda. You have people inside or held hostage. We can't just leave them to your... And she's like, I'm not the one with the guns. Wanda, so they're all aiming at her. I get they're in here. Yeah, let's see if we can. Yeah. So she walked. All right, she finally walked. There, I got it. She walks in and says, hey, I'm your ally, which I was like, really? We're going to be this whole woman versus man thing? Whatever. She's like, I'm your ally. I'm your friend. You let me in because you knew that I would be your friend and I could help you. And she's like, what do you want? And Wanda goes, she's like, what does Wanda want? I don't think she even knows. Yeah, what do you want? And she says, I already have everything I want. What she wants is Vision, a life, and because before Vision gets killed, they were talking about just going away, having a life together, and they were attacked, and so they couldn't. So she does this little power thing where she takes over all the guards' minds and has them all point. Let's see if I can do it. So yeah, so she has them point. This is pretty cool though. Excuse me. She does one little whoop, takes over all their minds at once, and has to point all their guns at him. He's like, oh shit! Oh, excuse me. So there are mention of telepaths, so there are talk about mutants, which is the first time they really do. So she goes back in. She opens a hole, walks back in. So, Wanda goes back. There's a big red fissure. There's a little commercial of these wipes, which was the first time I didn't recognize anything from them. Maybe you guys did, but I didn't. So they're looking for the dog. And they find out the dog is dead. And she's like, hey, I found it ate a bunch of poison stuff. I didn't know about it until I found him. It was too late. I'm so sorry. Because Wanda was kind of getting a little like, and she's like, it's not my fault. I didn't get there in time. I didn't know. And so the kids are like, bring it back, Mom. You have the power to bring back the dead. And friggin' Angus is back here like, you do? And she's like, no, I can't do that. I'm sorry, boys. And they look at each other and they're nodding. And she's like, no. Don't age yourself again. You don't need to run away from your problems. So she's trying to convince these kids that the grief is okay, which the problem right now is her. It's reflective on her. Because she brought back Vision, and now she's kind of seeing that. They're like, Mom, you could do it, can't you? She's like, no, I can't. I'm so sorry. Vision walks up and, hugs the kids. Find that scene. There it is. And they talk about, the dead. Then they go back home that night. And they're cleaning up. Vision is, now he had to talk with his coworker. He mentions it to her. He says, I had to talk with a coworker, and I know the truth. She's like, what do you mean? I know you're controlling it. And he's getting pissed. He's like, I know you're controlling them. What is going on? You need to tell me the truth. She's like, no, there's nothing out there. They don't have to worry. It doesn't matter. She's like, the show is, we're going to bed. I'm going to bed. And she tries to walk off. And they get this big argument. And he starts to fly up. And she starts to fly up. And I was like, finally, there's going to be a clash. And he's like, why don't I remember anything of my past before we got here? He doesn't remember anything. What happened to me? Who am I? What is going on? And she's like, it'll be okay. And they're having this argument. And the door knocks. And he's like, you got to, I don't believe you. Because she's like, it's not my fault. I didn't do it. And he's like, no, something is happening. You're controlling all of this. She's like, so I'm controlling everything. The mowers, mowing their lawn. So you can tell Vision is not happy. He is really telling what's going on. So she answers the door. And there's somebody standing in. She's confused. She's looking like weird. She's like, who are you? It turns out to be her brother, Quicksilver, from the actual X-Men movies. So this is not the same brother that was in the movies during when he got killed. This is actually the guy from the actual X-Men movies. So, it's not the same character that played in the Avengers as her brother. He's like, who is this? He's like, hey, little sis, can I get some love? And she's like, oh my God, Pietro? And, Liz over here is like, she recast her own brother? Yep. She recast him as the guy from the... So this opens up the multiverse. I didn't realize that until I watched a review of Ryan Cannell. And he was like, hey, that's the guy from the X-Men movies. I was like, it is? And I went back and yeah, it is. It is the X-Men movies Quicksilver. So yes. We have the multiverse. So now they've not only mentioned telepaths, the mutants are here now, but it's a whole multiverse. How? I want to know what they're going to do. Like, where was the X-Men when Thanos was threatening everything? Were they fighting their own dude? You know, I kind of want to see, you know, it'd be great to have Deadpool come in. Come on, guys. Come on, Marvel. Do it. That's all I'm asking. If you could just do one thing for us, the fans, is bring Hugh Jackman Wolverine and this Deadpool, not the crappy Deadpool for Wolverine, the first one, but actual Deadpool. The Deadpool movies, you know, Ryan. Hey, all time, probably how you doing? They can bring those two together. It'd be freaking awesome. And put Spider-Man in it. And the Hulk. I don't care. Just do a bunch of them. And then have X, you know, Professor X in it talking to Deadpool. Because that'd be funny. I'd be like, damn, you got no legs. Oh, you're bald as shit. Deadpool would be great. I want a Deadpool movie. I want a new one with Deadpool kills the Fox universe. Yeah. I want to see Deadpool and Hugh Jackman X-Men Wolverine come together as just a stupid, funny shit. Like if they would let me, if they got the money, I would write a script. I would get script doctor to help me. And we'd write a script about, think of it, Hunger Games, or not Hunger Games, The Hangover X-Men style. So it'd be Deadpool, Cyclops, and Wolverine wake up in a hotel room, have no idea what the fuck happened, and have to rewind their day to find out that Professor X was actually with them, and they lost Professor X. They all got drunk and lost him. What happened to Professor X? I go a whole movie of Deadpool and Wolverine and, you know, stuck up Cyborg trying to, or not Cyborg, but Cyclops, trying to figure out what the fuck happened to the professor. Yeah, it'd be hard. Yeah. Hugh Jackman was such a great Wolverine, though. He looked the part. Yeah, he was a little tall, but he looked the part. And I would like to see, Ryan and Hugh Jackman and all those guys come together and the greatest, funniest shit. No, rated R. You got to do a rated R. You got to have boobs. You got to have everything. Like, go to a strip club. Be like, yeah, you guys were here last night. We had a lot of fun. Deadpool took off his mask and everybody kind of puked. But yeah, your little professor was here too. He was, he got drunk. He was having fun. He was like lifting people off and do something like crazy, like, like Cyborg, or, somebody's getting married. Like, I don't care, like freaking Cyclops' like bachelor party or something. Yeah. I didn't really see the Logan movie, the old one, where he's like an old man Logan with the little girl. I haven't seen that movie yet. But yeah, Professor X shouldn't be in it. He lives like, Logan's the guy who lives like forever almost. Like he can't almost die because every time his body ages, it it re-heals itself. So he still's almost the same age, which is kind of crazy. So he ages it, but he does it. Yeah, it's a good movie. Other than that, I'll have to check it out. But man, I just think it'd be funny. Just a Deadpool, X-Men, Wolverine. Maybe it's the Cyclops, throw Spider-Man in there. Like, it's Spider-Man's 21st birthday, and took Spider-Man out. He got drunk, and they lost Spider-Man. Now they gotta go find him. Deadpool, Wolverine, like, and the Hulk, like, where the fuck they go? Poor innocent Peter Parker's like in some trunk somewhere. Or tied up somewhere, plays on webs or something. I don't know. It'd be funny. But yeah, they need to have like, good, funny Deadpool. Just do it. Just have, you don't even have to do much. Just throw Deadpool in like every once in a while. Like I kept saying this, like after Stan Lee died, who should replace him? Deadpool. You know how they had Stanley in every movie, like just doing random things. They should have Deadpool in every single movie. Just has one line in the movie, and like, "Hey guys," or like, and like just go past him or something. Yeah, yeah. Tom Holland, he started out okay. Like in Civil War, I was like, yeah, that's Spider-Man. He's got like that he's younger, he's got that attitude. You know, when he caught the dude's hand, he goes, "Oh look, you could and he's like, "What the fuck?" I was like, because he's super strong, so he's like, whatever, fuck you. And I was like, okay, this could be a good. And then they fucked it up. They turned him into Iron Man Jr. and they didn't really go into his. And then they fucked up Mary Jane. And was he in the 70s Incredible Hulk too? Oh, I didn't know that. I remember watching the Hulk, like the old Hulk TV show, but I don't remember Stan Lee. I must have missed it. Huh. That's awesome. Dude, Stan Lee was a legend. Oh, this is why Marvel isn't nearly as great as it used to be, is because Stan Lee's gone. You know, everybody says Kevin Feige, these guys took care of Marvel and helped. No, Stan Lee was the guy. Like, you know, oh, there was a court case and he was in the audience. Oh, that's cool. Man, I love Stan Lee's little cameos. It's always hilarious. Oh, especially not the Tom Holland Spider-Man, the original Spider-Man, the trilogy. I'm going to say original because they're the best. And where he was like the janitor and like, I think, who was it? It was a Doc Ock and Spider-Man were fighting, and they went through the building, right back of him, and he's like, do 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 do. Oh, that was great. I was like, yes. Oh, such good. Oh man, those movies are great. I thought Tom Holland Spider-Man, bringing Tom Holland and Spider-Man, throwing Hugh Hackman. I just fucked up his name because I can't talk now. And Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool. All three of those together and just have fun. Just like, hey guys, let's create a movie that's freaking fun. Daddy. My little one was just like, look at my figure. I got a tiny little boo boo. It's so tiny. It's Nicholas Hammond from the 70s. Oh, yeah, well, yeah, but I'm talking about like Tom Holland was great Spider-Man until the last one. They kind of screwed up the last movie, but the dude was still great. I really enjoyed his Spider-Man take. I think his Spider-Man should have been a little more witty when he was a Spider. Like his Peter Parker was pretty great, and they got Spider-Man pretty right, but he needed to be more. A lot of people don't like the Amazing Spider-Man movies, but I liked his attitude as Spider-Man. He was too, like when he's Peter Parker, he was acting too cool and stuff. Like, look at me, I'm a skateboarder or stuff like that. Oh my! Did I say Tom Holland? Tobey Maguire is what I'm talking about. Yeah, Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3 with the Venom and everything. Is that Tobey? I don't know. I'm messing up my actors now. I'm like all over the place. Yeah, sorry. Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3. Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. All three together in the movie. And even throw in the Hulk. Even throw this guy who plays the Hulk. I don't know if I like him. They just they make it. I don't like the Smart Hulk. I hated Endgame's Smart Hulk. That was fucking dumb. They're like, I'm, me and the Hulk are now together. We're one, and I'm now Smart Hulk. And he's looking at it. He goes back in the time. He sees him smashing the car, and he's like, ugh. I was like, really? Wife's coming home. But yeah, so I'll be right back. But yeah. Columbo. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. You need to keep Hulk. That's all I'm saying. Excuse me. For coffee. But yeah. Give me 1 second, guys. Love the blue lightning. What's that for? Oh, you talking about my blue? Blue lightning. Trying to think of what you're talking about. My little one's running. Oh, behind me? Blue lightning? Oh, blue lighting. Oh, I thought you meant lightning, like lightning bolt. I was like, what? No, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I tried changing it different colors, and it doesn't work very well on camera for some reason for me. But the blue really does work. Yeah, yeah. So back there, I got right there. I got little. I found at Kansas City. I went to this place called the Pub in their mall. It's a little store. It's got a bunch of like you could buy stuff for like an actual pub, and they had like these massive wall of just signs, like these little metal posters. And I was looking through them, and they had some great ones. Like they had like old, freaking all kinds of stuff. And I found #1 Batman, the comic. It's supposed to be #1 Batman comic, but it's just the art. And they have one of the original Spider-Man ones back there. And then I found that one right there, the Black Knight from Monty Python. It's got his little scene like, I'll call it a tie. Who did the drawing? Let me go grab it 1 second. Let me look. Oh boy. Don't fall. There we go. Almost had the sword fall. That would have been mad. All right, let me check the drawing. Let's see. All new brand adventures of Batman and Robin, the Boy Wonder. You know what? It doesn't say. It says 1966 on the back. So I'm guessing that's when it's done. It says 10 cents. So I don't know. It doesn't say who did the art. It says #1 Batman. But I was like, that's fucking sick. I love that. I found that and that Spider-Man one back there. I was like, yeah. I found a couple other ones. They had like Captain America one. They had like the original looking Iron Man from the old comic books. Oh, the middle one who did the art? It was actually a guy I paid on Twitter. His name escapes me right now. But I commissioned him to do that one. That is actually my main character of my book. I had him draw it up for me. I actually got to get a hold of him soon because I need a cover done and a couple more characters I want to get done eventually. But yeah, it was great. I love that. It looks awesome, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, Arthas. What was his name? It was like, I have his YouTube channel too. He does YouTube stuff. I can't think of the name. It was something weird. I'll have to pull up his thing and look at it. But yeah, I paid him $50 to do each character. It costs about that to do without color, to draw fresh, art. And he did a great job. I gave him just description what I thought my character would look like, and he did a great job. He took what I can't draw, so yeah, it looks awesome. Yeah, I got those on my Teespring. If you guys want to, you can go on my Teespring. Actually, I bought that poster is actually from my Teespring. And there's another one. It's a demon. It's actually I'll show you guys real quick what it looks like. Let me find my pictures real quick. Where is it? Pictures. Ah, there they are. Find it 1 second. Where is it? Shadow Demon, Shadow Demon. Aha! Come on.
You might not find it with the little piece later.
Oh, shoot. Hit something. Yes, it's pulling up some. Come on, load, you stinking thing. There it goes. All right, it loaded. So, add the stream. That's my Shadow Demons. That's the Shadow Demons I was thinking up for my book. Oh, that's cool. You should do this. Yeah, Teespring was kind of strange. Like the pricing. Oh, what the hell? No, I don't want that. Go away. Ugh. I'll fix that later. But yeah, no, yeah, see, that was a Shadow Demon I had him draw. So I had him do the Shadow Demon. Because both him and the Shadow Demon are going to be on my cover. See, what I want to have, the cover will look like is it'll be kind of dark. Kind of like a purplish color. And behind will be like a, looks like a door in the darkness, like a tunnel, like they're in a tunnel. And the demon will be like over top, like coming down. And Arthur's going to be backwards. And he's going to have a spear. He's going to be thrusting a spear into the Shadow Demon. All right, Henry Howell. Hello. Yes, she's overpowered, no stone Thanos, but Thanos is literally all physical without stones. He doesn't have any weapons that shoot something. He's just more powerful Hulk. Oh. Yeah, very, very terrible defensive. Well, yeah, she's like Jean Grey. She's like that kind of the same level of mutant. Jean Grey was class, what do they call it, class 10 or something like that, mutant, and she is too. Yeah, she's very over. Yeah, because she controls like, if I remember right in the comics, she controls reality. She could like bend reality to her will. So yeah, she could probably. How I could turn that stupid thing off? There we go. Put that back there. Okay, now I fix it. But yeah, that's the Shadow Demon for my books that I'm writing. So yeah, I want the Shadow Demon over top. Arthas to be like he's leaping backwards. The demon's over him. He's like stabbing up the spear and enter like the throat or something. So yeah, that's gonna be the cover. I want to get done in my book. I think it's gonna be badass. But welcome, Henry. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Yeah, but yeah. You can't be bothered to watch it. Yeah, a lot of people don't want to, get on Disney Plus. I have it because I have kids. Wow. Yeah, that's a big problem I'm having right now is editing. Yeah, we're working on it. It's slow. It's a lot slower than I thought it would be, but we're working on it. We've been trying to do like 40 minutes a night. Get on it, work on something with the book. My brother. So I'll probably be working with him about an hour tonight. And I'll be doing another live stream later tonight, about 7, 8-ish. Because Final Fantasy 14, a big game I'm very involved in, is releasing their next expansion announcement. So they'll be doing big live thing. So I'll be covering that live. And if I can get my brother to join me, he'll be joining me doing it. We'll be kind of talking about our hopes for 6.0 and what's coming, and get excited with everybody who. I work my book 30 minutes at a time in my work's dinner break. Yeah, see, I've had a story in my head for like years. And I just never put it to paper until Gary was like, one of these days somebody's going to create something that's going to be great. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to try. So I wrote it out, and I wrote it by hand first. So I had like notebooks thick of I just started writing. Started writing out the story. And then I went and I started typing it. And I typed it up without even looking at my notebooks. So there's a lot of difference between my notebook and my typed up stuff, because I actually thought of, like, went back, read, But yeah, I think the story's great. If you haven't checked it out, I released a video the other day of me reading the prologue and chapter 1 of my book on our video. It's about 40 minutes long. It's kind of long, but it's me reading the chapter. And next week I plan on doing chapter 2 and then chapter 3. So please check it out. Tell me if you like what you hear. If you're interested in the book, stuff like that, just let me know. But yeah, almost an hour. Nice. Oh, I still get a map done for the book too. I want to get a little drawn out map. I tried to do it myself. It looked horrible. I need to find like a professional map creator for my stuff and actually sit down and craft out the entire what it looks like, so people can turn to the map. Because I do like books that you can have a map that goes with it, so you can look and oh, look at map. You're here in the story, and it goes to here and here, stuff like that. So I want to get that done. I'll have to figure it out. But I think I will wrap it up here. It's been fun. Time Prophet and Jake D and Henry Hauser. First time I seen your name, but thank you for coming. Yeah, I'll be interested to see what's going to happen next in Wanda Vision. But they killed the biggest part of it. It was kind of the dark mystery behind it. It was really interesting. Now it's kind of gone. So I don't know. Now we'll see what other characters will show up for the multiverse. And yeah. But thanks for coming. Stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands, wash your ass, and be well.
What we do in life echoes in eternity.